Hello, I'm Jordan Prophet, and today I'm joined by J.C. Davis, a history teacher here at Roane State. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Davis.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
And if you don't mind, could you tell us what your first name stands for?
Well, my legal first name is that, but if you ask my wife what it stands for, she'll tell you it stands for junk collector. And she does not smile when she says that either. Over the years, I've collected so much junk. My sons are going, one of these days when they clean out the house, they're going to say, why on earth did Dad want this? And why did he keep this? But anyway, now that is my legal first name.
All right. Could you start off by telling us what sparked your interest in history and teaching, or what inspired you to get involved in both of those?
Well, my desire to teach went back to when I was in elementary school. I graduated from a two-room grade school down at the south end of the county in Vanderbilt, at the Hales Chapel School. And in that classroom, I decided then I wanted to be a teacher. Not because she was necessarily that good, because I thought I could do a better job than she was doing, is the reason. But my original plan was to be a mathematics teacher, and I thought I was pretty good in math until I got to calculus. But anyway, I loved history, and I'm glad I switched from math to history, because I don't think I'd had near as much fun. I mean, how can you dress up to be a denominator or a numerator or a minus sign? You know, there's a limit on. But with history, I have so much fun at teaching history. I've told people, and I'd come home and tell my wife, I'd say, I've had so much fun today, I ought to be paying them. And she said, don't you say that, you know. But when I was at the high school at CCHS, I used to lay awake at night thinking about how much fun I was going to have the next day. And I really do, and I enjoy it at Roane State too. But with the limit on the length of the classes and the amount of time that you have as far as a classroom, it doesn't lend itself to some of the things that I could do. I did do at CCHS. We'd go outside and we'd put up a tent and we'd have campfires and we'd take my cannon out and we just, we'd do demonstrations, the Revolutionary War and the Civil War. And this uniform is, you can't see the sleeve. Can I swirl around a little bit? This is the 5th Air Force, and they were stationed in the Philippines. And I don't even remember where I got this particular one. Over the years, I've accumulated so much stuff.
So you talked about like the stuff you've collected, such as this uniform here. Out of all the stuff you've collected over the years, what would you say is maybe the coolest thing or the thing you find most interesting?
My cannon. I have a reproduction mountain howitzer that will shoot a projectile a little bit, well, it's the size of a ladies' softball. And we take that out at different times at home. I have family over and people from church where I attend. And we like to shoot that. We'll put a target down in the field and we shoot baseball bats and softballs, and whatever goes in it will come out. When I first started teaching, I probably was really boring. When you go from page to page to page. I was sent to chaperone a group of history students. I was taking a history exam down at Murfreesboro. What they were doing, bringing history students from different schools, and we did that for several years. So I was a chaperone. They had the students in one room taking the test, and the faculty, the chaperones, were in this big auditorium, and I was grading papers or something. But this park ranger came in to speak to us faculty about how to make history more exciting. And as he started doing his lecture, he started putting on a Civil War uniform. And I started paying attention. I thought, this is the way to teach. Get their attention, So from that, his coming in with that, putting on that uniform, because he was a park ranger there at the battlefield, and it was his uniform. But from that point on, I started trying to find things that I could bring to the classroom. My uncle, I had two uncles that served in World War II, and my father. One of them still had his World War II uniform. So I borrowed it. I borrowed somebody else's rifle, and I started bringing stuff to class. And then we'd have fundraisers, and we had money to buy uniforms and things, and I was buying a uniform every year, sometimes 2 uniforms a year. So I accumulated several things, but that's how I really got started. I had lunch today. I stopped to get barbecue, and the lady said, of course I didn't recognize her. She says, I graduated 20 years ago. She says, you were my best history teacher. You were, and I hear that a lot as far as making it interesting or making it enjoyable. But if you or Lisa, either one of my class is liking history, that would have been the worst thing I could have done.
Well, you're my favorite history teacher as well. And I thank you for taking the time out of your day to come talk with us. This has been JC Davis. I'm Jordan Prophet. Thank you for watching.
We are proud to say
This video
Was produced by TV production students.
with Dr. Matt Waters.
At the Cumberland County campus.
Of Roane State Community College, I'm Tyler Tammy.
Sean York, Nathan Bond,
Brianna Herndon.
Jordan Prophet.
Sarah McDonald.
Joseph Cooper.
thanks for watching.